Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel.
Hope you have a wonderful day. In today's video, we're going to talk about
Our retirement plan and how do we calculate it. I think it's still a bit far for our retirement plan, but for our retirement, but anything you take into action, you need to have a plan. So I think that's how we started to see how much we need, and then we start from there. At first, we're thinking, impossible.
yeah. When I first started this whole entire journey, I was like, let's start with just $5 a day and see what it looked like. And then looking at the potential of this, I'm like, oh, the potential of this can be this.
Yeah.
I did not know that if you invest something, you're gonna have dividends and the compound interest calculator went through that, went really deep, do a lot of experiment and like, okay, so this is interest earning interest. So all of this terminology, I didn't understand it when I first started.
I think it's our generation. It wasn't really open about talking about investing, or when you first started, no one talked about super. But I think now, current generation or younger generation, they got more information and be open about talking about money. That's how I feel like.
I mean, I know for sure I did not learn from any of this information from my parents. They never taught me any of this. So I had to learn and stumble along the way.
Yep.
And then after looking at a couple of things and then figuring out, this is, I guess, how money works for you instead of you working for money. And yeah, the learning curve on that is like, as I grew, as I did dig a lot more, and I found out that, okay, so we should utilize this vehicle in order for us to retire early.
Yep.
And hence why this channel was born, because I didn't know what I was trying to do in the beginning. So yeah, and then from there we calculate what is a typical lifestyle that we want to build.
Yep. So when we first started, we were looking at super, because super was the retirement plan most of the people using. Was reading for some data for couple that retire currently at 67 by the age that when we retire. We need just over, I think, $60,000. I think let's make it 70.
Yeah.
Right? $70,000 for two of us to live comfortably, no repayment on your home, and live comfortably. Maybe you have some medical bills, fixed expenses like electricity to maintain your house, maybe some small traveling, not fancy, but maybe here and there, maybe once a year.
Yeah. So, and then realizing those are going to cost us money, and we're not going to get any younger. I'm not sure where you are in life, but as the older we get, we want to do less work.
Yeah.
Whereas some people, it's the other way around. They want to work more. So we're trying to balance it out and actually reduce our time in working life. And doing all of this experience is going to cost us money also.
Yeah.
So, and then we figure out, okay, then how are we going to do this? So how are we going to achieve that, and what our retirement plan, and what do we need to do to get there?
Yeah.
So these are our numbers based on our personal experience, based on our data, based on our plan.
Correct. Yeah. That's only our number. So on the research we did, like what I mentioned earlier, was $70,000. It was. I think you can go travel and thing, but I think we can go a bit more modest.
Yeah.
Because we want to retire a bit early. We don't need that fancy, because when we retire, we may still do some other part-time work or save other money and get income from it to travel. If we can travel, bonus. We can't. So for our target at that time, when we set up the retirement plan, it was $50,000 a year.
Yeah, 50,000. It's an easy round number, because we figured, okay, then let's say $1,000 per week. That's after everything. Easy round number, $50,000 a year.
Yep.
So, and to work that backwards, it works out to be
$50,000. So we use the 4% rule, right?
You want to use that, so you can do
screenshot. Okay, a calculator. Do I do a calculator?
Yeah, if you want, whichever. As long as I can put it in.
Yep. So we got $50,000, and then go divided by 4%. Pretty cool. So what we need, screenshot.
Yeah.
What we need is $1.25 million
in investment. So based on the 4% rule, which is if you do the basic concept of the rules, if you took out 4% out of your whole entire investment, you should not be running out of money. So
please note, this one is not without super. We just ignore our super for now.
Yeah. So, and we work it out, you know what, within about 5-year term or so, we should be able to get roughly about 30,000 ish.
No, the reason you're saying 5 years is because if you guys check on other channels, we usually have updates for every month for our net worth update. Currently in our ETF or investment, we got $480,000.
Yep.
And then let's assume annual return rate is 8% in 5 years, and then additional
$250 per week.
250 a week. No, we can buy only 500 increment, right?
Yes.
So let's say 1,000 a month. 1,000 monthly. Oop. So we based on us $480,000, 8% return, 5 years. Additional $1,000 a month, we'll have $780,000.
Yeah, screenshot that.
Yeah. So when we have $780,000 short term.
In short term, we should be able to, I guess, to work part time if we choose to.
Yeah.
If we want to, we have that option. So
yeah. Correct.
However, in a time frame of about 10 years.
So let's assume remain unchanged, but we're putting 10 years instead.
Yeah. So we should be able to get our goal, which is the $1.25 million in that investment.
Yep, in 10 years.
In 10 years. So this is a very slow progress.
Well, at least we can see there is a result.
Yes.
There is light.
That's our game plan, based on the data that we have, based on our income, based on the lifestyle that we have also. Look, it might be changed in the future. However, that's the current goalpost that we have.
Yep.
Okay, so current investment 480. Now, that was 8%. You already mentioned that. Additional 250.
Yeah. So let's work backward. So let's say we have 1.25.
So let's say in about 10 years now, which is, what's that? 2034, 34, 35, somewhere around there.
I don't know. Too long.
Too long time. So as soon as we hit that 1.25 mil-ish somewhere, let's assume that the market return is still at 8%, and we should be able to withdraw roughly about 50,000, or is that over 10 years?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. How much do you want?
Just on the 5 years, let's say.
Okay.
So that would mean we should be able not to lose our money. In fact, our money is still growing.
Slowly. Very slow.
So as you can tell, based on the, I'm going to put it somewhere, 1.25 million, if we withdraw 50,000, it would be about 1.5 million over the 5 years. So.
What if 10 years? Ooh, still growing.
So at that time, we should not be running out of money.
Yep.
However, understand that there is this thing called inflation. So inflation taken into account, so a $50,000 now, it's probably going to be worth a lot more. You need to withdraw a lot
at that time.
more.
Yeah. So we're thinking about 70, right?
Yeah. So if it's $50,000 today, work on 10 years from now, it'll be about withdrawal rate roughly about 70,000 a year. We still have more money compared to what we have.
And so our plan is keep doing whatever we're doing for 10 years. Once 10 years, we're out. And then another 10 years. So when we are just before our 60s. Retirement, early 60s, then we're still in the ETF, we still have $1.6 million.
Yeah.
Plus super.
Plus super. So we're not taking into an account of our property value, our superannuation. This is just based on our portfolio that we're able to liquid or touch or adjust accordingly.
Before our retirement.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good plan, right?
It might change according. It
might change, but at least we should be living comfortably.
Yeah.
We don't want to rely on pension. We don't want to rely on our kids. We want to help them instead if we can. Like, for university fees, if they want to, that will go down dramatically.
Yeah.
If we're going to pay for their uni fee. Anyway.
So that's just the current plan based on right
Mhm.
now with the current situation, with current lifestyle that we have.
Yeah, because who knows, maybe one of us gets sick, we need to pay a lot of on medical bills,
Yeah.
or one of us not working, then maybe sometimes we will be down in income as well.
So this is just based on our numbers, guys. This is how we calculate it in terms of our retirement and our retirement plan, how we expect to get there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just our progress report.
Yeah.
If you like this type of content, don't forget to subscribe, comment.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.